I got a treat for y'all today. I'm going to read two prophecies. Then I'm going to show the heathen trying to formulate their own ideas about these prophecies to try to make it for the other nations. First one, Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. The remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath, and more importantly, and from the islands of the sea. So the Lord's going to gather the remnant of his people from the islands of the sea. Verse 12. And shall set up an ensign for the nations, that would be Christ, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So that's what he's doing, gathering his people. Now, second verse, I want Jeremiah 31 and verse 10. Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, he that scattered Israel will gather him and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock. Verse 11, for the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and hath ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. So he is gathering his people from the islands of the sea and from the four corners of the earth, period. Now watch this madness I'm about to show you.
Lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families, in their nations.
Yep. Now check out Isaiah 41. So verse 1, keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. So he's talking to the islands. Then in verse 5 he says, the isles saw and feared, the ends of the earth were afraid, drew near and came. But now verse 8, but thou, Israel, art my servant. So you have the isles and you have Israel distinguished. But when you get to 49, listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. Not talking Israelites. The Lord hath called me from the womb. From the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver hath he hid me, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, so this is still the servant here addressing the isles, just recounting what was said. Then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught, and in vain. Yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work with God. And now, saith the Lord, that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob to him again. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou may beest my salvation unto the end of the earth. So the servant is recounting himself and what has happened and communication between him and the Father. And he's doing this all in an address to the isles, which are non-Israelites.
Yes, does that continue on to Isaiah all the way through to 51? Did you look at 51:5? He says, my righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth, and my arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arms shall they trust.
Yeah, that's not Israel. No, that's not Israel.
So let me read this to you in closing. This is Acts chapter 2 and verse 39. For the promise is unto you, meaning the gospel. The gospel is unto you. Here in Acts 2, they are at the temple for the Feast of Pentecost. For the promise is unto you and to your children and to all that are afar off, even as many as the Lord our God shall call. So our people are on the islands also, and the Lord is going to gather his people from those islands. Last verse, Ephesians chapter 2. Verse 12 and 13. Well, no, I'm going to start 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, meaning they were uncircumcised, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time ye were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. But now in Christ Jesus, ye who sometimes were afar off are made nigh by the blood of Christ. So you that are afar off in these different islands, the word has to come to you too so that you can be redeemed. The Lord is redeeming Jacob, the 12 tribes. Don't listen to these dumb apologetics like my brothers call them. Shalom.